Hi, my name is Kyla Phillips. I'm the owner of Thrive with Wellness. I'm creating this video to help explain about the emotional release sessions, why they're so important, and what you can expect. So you may already be aware how emotions affect our health. Maybe you've been stressed out for a couple weeks and then come down with a cold. I know that's happened to me before. But on a deeper level, in Chinese medicine, emotions are known to be the root cause of disease. So there are molecules in the body of emotion. So just like you can have a physical toxin, like a parasite in the liver, you can also have a physical molecule of anger in the liver that causes an imbalance in the way the organ functions and in your immune system. So where does it come from? It can be current life situations, things that you're going through that are stressful, work. Maybe you're a mom, you're not getting a lot of sleep, and all that is creating stress and emotions that are getting stuck in the body. What I find more often is that it's from things from the past, from childhood. This is because we weren't meant, I believe, to experience all the bad traumatic things that we do experience. So the brain remembers everything like a computer. It translates it for us in childhood. So typically a child believes everything is about them, because of them, it's their fault. And then that pattern carries on as you get older, even if it doesn't serve you anymore. So I'll give you a couple of examples. So one could be when you're young, you lose someone that's close to you. Perhaps a parent passes away, and it makes you really angry at your life. You feel alone, you feel like there's no one there to help you. And then as you go throughout your life, every situation you encounter reinforces that pattern or belief. Another example is perhaps you experienced abuse, either on a mental, emotional, physical, or sexual level. And it created feelings of guilt, low self-worth, anger. And as you grow up, you have this belief because you believed or learned or thought at that time it was your fault. You may feel you're not good enough, you're unworthy of happiness, of good relationships, or you may have created this connection between love and pain or love and hurt. And as you go throughout your circumstances in life and your relationships, everything you experience reinforces that belief or pattern or emotion. An example, or if you've ever seen tuning forks, how when one's vibrating at a certain frequency and the other one gets closer, they start vibrating together and resonating. So it's the same thing with emotions in our body. We are energetic at a subatomic level. We're just vibrating balls of energy. So if you have the emotion of anger or guilt or low self-worth or sadness that's stuck in the body, every time you encounter a situation that it will bring that out quicker for you because it's already in you. Or you may attract circumstances in your life that bring that up. Or everything that you see, because it's your filter, it's your perception, everything reinforces that belief, I'm not good enough, I'm not worthy. So when we're working remotely versus in person, we will work on the same things. All the energy and information is stored in your cells. So whether or not you're in person or you send me a saliva sample, based on quantum physics and the quantum entanglement, I can test your sample for the emotions, the memories, the patterns, and then we will do the balances, is what each release is called, over video chat. So sometimes we're working on an actual person, maybe that hurt you. Maybe we're working on a memory. We're working on these limiting beliefs that perhaps you find yourself thinking or you've said to yourself, no matter what I do or how hard I try, it's never good enough. The decisions I make usually turn out wrong. It's not safe to ask for help. My opinion doesn't matter. I'm unimportant. I'm unlovable. I'm not worthy. What's wonderful about this process is each balance takes only 1 minute up to 5 minutes. Sometimes it can take up to 10 minutes depending on what we're working on. So I call each release or each pattern we change a balance, and we can get through sometimes 4, 5, or 6 in a session. It's far superior, in my opinion, to talk therapy, because you may see a therapist for years and never really get to the root cause of your problem. Maybe you talk continually about your current relationship and how it's not serving you and how you want it to get better, but you don't deal with the reason why it's actually happening or what limiting beliefs you have in your mind because of childhood experiences. We can also work on things that are affecting you now in your life, like perhaps you did have a happy childhood or you've already worked on things in the past. We can work on goals, like if you want to change your job, you're working on your career, working on your health, perhaps you want to lose weight, but you have some beliefs about losing weight is hard, it's torturous, I'm always going to be overweight, everybody in my family is overweight, this is my genetics. All those type of limiting beliefs will affect your ability to lose weight. So when we get the subconscious on board with what you consciously want, which is what we do in an emotional release session, it's easier to reach your goals. So you may not be aware of all the patterns that are affecting you, but your subconscious has that information, just like a computer program. You may not know how to code, but someone with the skills to reprogram your computer can look and knows where to look and how to find it. So with the testing, with this technique, I know where to look, I know the questions to ask so that we can give you the biggest results in the shortest amount of time. Many people say after one session, they're blown away with how good they feel, how different their life is, their attitude towards others. It's just so exciting to see the changes emotionally, but as well as physically, because remember, those physical problems most times have an emotional origin or an emotional component to it. And medical doctors recognize that. They just don't have something to do, a pill to give you to work on that. So they just say, deal with your stress. So this technique is going to help you to do that, to deal with your stress quickly, effectively, painlessly. What you should know in order to make the process more effective is if you do know that you have a history of trauma, maybe your childhood wasn't super happy, maybe you've lost a loved one, maybe you were in a really bad car accident, be upfront with that history, and it can help us to dive in and pinpoint things faster so that we can move through the session and clear multiple things all at once. You don't have to talk about any of the things that come up. You don't have to relive a memory out loud and explain it. It's all an internal process with psych-k and with the emotional release sessions that most people are amazed at how quick they can change it. So if you have more questions after watching this video, feel free to reach out. I'm going to put my contact information up at the end of this video. If you want to schedule an in-person appointment, you can do that through my website. If it's your first time coming in, you can pick the new client appointment and just put in a comment that you want to focus in on emotions, or you can pick the double first session and we'll do both physical and emotional issues. If you're a remote testing client, you'll go to the website and follow the instructions in the client portal. At the bottom, there's a link to the client portal. You'll find those instructions for how to send in a saliva sample. And then after I get the sample, we'll set up a time to do your session over video chat. Thank you for watching, and I hope this video has been helpful. If you want to learn more about how emotions impact your health, feel free to download my free ebook, Stop Emotions from Sabotaging Your Health. Thank you.